Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, November 23rd. A major storm is now winding down here in the Mid-Atlantic region. It dumped more than 2 inches of rain in and around the Philadelphia metro region, also in and around the New York City metro region, with a little bit less down around D.C. with about 1.5 inches of rain in that area. The storm is pulling out of the Mid-Atlantic region right now. There is a cold front that has to sweep through. As this storm encounters colder air up farther north, it'll become quite a snowstorm for the northern part of New England, let's say the northern half of Vermont and New Hampshire into the state of Maine, where several inches of snow could fall by the time Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, rolls around. Let's take a look at the latest surface map. First of all, that storm right now is situated over western Pennsylvania. It will slowly trek across the state during the next few hours and sweep this cold frontal system right through to the east coast by later on this afternoon. Most of the rain is over with here in Philadelphia and D.C., as well as in the New York City region. There can be another shower or two, and it could be even a brief heavier shower as this front passes through. Now, the winds ought to pick up later on this afternoon, and temperatures which rose overnight will probably turn around this afternoon as the winds pick up and that cold front sweeps to the east coast. Meanwhile, farther to the north in places like Maine and northern New Hampshire and northern Vermont, this could become quite a snowstorm with up to 6 inches or so of snow by later on this afternoon and tonight. And there can be some mixing at times. It's not all that cold for this time of the year, but several inches of snow mixed with sleet and rain should occur in the northern New England. So if anybody's driving up there, please pay attention to the local conditions. Meanwhile, behind this front, there's just lots of clear skies and dry conditions here, and all of this will move into the Mid-Atlantic region, and it looks really nice for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with temperatures above normal for this time of the year, 60s in many spots for the weekend. Again, dry conditions starting later on today, but continuing through Thursday, the holiday, and especially Friday, Saturday, and Sunday look very nice here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Now, there is the potential for a big rain event early next week, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Here's the latest IR satellite loop, just a wide band of clouds right up and down the east coast. Again, the rain is just about over with here in the Mid-Atlantic region from Washington to New York City. Nothing more than a couple of more showers as a cold front sweep through. However, this storm is now headed for northern New England and will dump quite a bit of snow on parts of northern New England from this afternoon into this evening. Meanwhile, farther to the west, just lots of clear skies here in the middle part of the country. That heads our way. Sunshine returns in full force on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, and continues Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. And there'll be a warming trend as well, with temperatures up in the 60s for the most part over the weekend. Here's the latest radar loop. Again, a couple of bands of showers here associated with the colder air moving in. There's one now in central Pennsylvania, another entering western part of Pennsylvania as that colder air moves in. Winds will pick up this afternoon. Temperatures will probably fall in most areas, or at best hold steady after the rise in temperatures overnight. So there can be another shower or two, but for the most part, much of the day will be rain-free from Washington across to Philadelphia and into the New York City region. Now, farther to the north, all of this precipitation is in cold air, and snow is falling down upstate New York across the northern half of Vermont and New Hampshire, headed for the state of Maine, where several inches of snow can accumulate by later on this afternoon and tonight. Well, let's jump way ahead now to next Sunday after the very nice weekend. This is the GFS computer forecast model for Sunday night. Again, it looks like spectacular weather here for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures in the 60s for much of the Mid-Atlantic region on Saturday and Sunday. But by Sunday night and Monday, we'll turn our attention just to the southwest here. And this is the computer forecast model for Sunday night. And then we'll take a look at Monday, early Monday, for a potential significant rain event here in the Mid-Atlantic region. By Sunday night, there is a frontal system moving into the eastern part of the country, and it's got a healthy band of precipitation already associated with it, with low pressure developing down here in the southeastern states. And now let's jump ahead to next Monday morning. And here's next Monday morning GFS computer forecast model. Now, notice the low pressure system sitting now over the Carolinas, and that trough is kind of taking on what we call a negative tilt to it when it extends from the northwest down to the southeast. The trough intensifies and takes on a negative tilt, And this spells trouble because what will happen here, this looks like this will sweep right up the East Coast come later Monday into Tuesday and have a lot of precipitation with it in the form of rain. So it looks like the potential, after a very nice spell of weather from Thursday through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the potential exists for another significant rain event early next week in the Monday to Tuesday time period. So we'll monitor that over the next few days. That's it for now. I'm the SI meteorologist, Paul Dorian.